Hello everybody and welcome back to Saturday Night Zelda. This is, obviously, The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past for the Super Nintendo. Super Nintendo. My name is Barf. We are just outside the first, actual dungeon, if you don't count Hyrule, Castle. No Minecraft for me. Zero Minecraft. Yes, first grade. Okay, so, between segments, I was like, oh yeah, there was a story about first grade that I think is funny. That's the place where I had to go. Right there, that building. Fuck him! Don't need him. He's an asshole. So, I got this game in 1993, I think, is when is this cartridge too, man. I've had this cartridge for that long. It still runs like a goddamn Swiss watch. And I loved it. But first graders can't read. Basically. They functionally are illiterate. So, I was talking about this game with somebody. And I said something about, oh yeah, well, you know, you can go to later on there's an old man on the mountain who does basically the same thing that the fairies do, but he talks to you for a minute first. Where he says, you know, he will comfort your weariness, is what he says. And then, he heals you, right? So I'm pretty sure this is how it went. I was talking to somebody about it. 100 rupees, for free, didn't do anything to earn them, just got 100 rupees, no problem. We were talking about the game, and I said something about, oh yeah, well, if you're up on Death Mountain, it's important to note that the teacher was nearby. And, I said, if you go up the mountain, you'll find the old man, and he will comfort your wiener. Because I thought that was what the line was, and I always thought it was strange, but what I did know is that it gave healing, so it must not have meant what I thought that it meant. But it was clearly... Shit, I'm getting the shit kicked out of me by these Stalfos, man. They are rocking my socks. So the teacher goes, excuse me? And I said, yeah, the old man on the mountain, he always tells you that he'll comfort your wiener. She didn't follow up on that, which I think makes her a bad teacher. Anyway, Fabian, asked me, what are my consoles? I own a Nintendo Entertainment System, a Super Nintendo Entertainment System, a Nintendo 64, a Nintendo GameCube, a PlayStation 2, I think all of the Game Boys and Game Boy, like 2DS and 3DS line. I think I have all of those. I have a Wii, a Wii U, and a Switch. Oh yeah, shit, alright, this is cool. And, I have an Xbox 360, and I have... I think that's all of my consoles, and I have a pretty kick-ass PC. I think that's my gaming identity is primarily wrapped up in Nintendo. I'm trying to think if I have anything else. I don't think I have anything else. This is something they introduced in this game. No, I can't stand Nintendo. They're a bunch of assholes, and they make terrible games. This is something that they introduced in this game that I think is actually really cool. You can open chests, no problem. But the big chest requires the big key, as do certain doors. Like this door, I can't progress past here without the big key, right? So it gives sort of a through line for the dungeon is, you know, okay, I gotta get the big key, and that'll let me get the item, and the item and the big key will allow me to progress deeper into the dungeon, and then typically the item allows me to win in the video game. Yeah, I have a Skype. I really only use it when I podcast. I keep it shut off for basically all the rest of life and time. Really, what I should do to, like, probably help the channel is create a Discord, but I don't want to, because I'm already in 1,000 Discords, and I'm sure everyone else in the world is also in 1,000 Discords, and I don't want to add to the noise. Because I really feel like that would be the largest contribution the Bartholomew_CTR Discord would have, is just, here's another button on your screen that you need to click once in a while to make the little dot go away off of it. And I'm really not interested in that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen you around, man. I don't think you're new to the channel. I think you've been here for a minute. I don't remember exactly when you were here, but I do distinctly remember... I'm almost certain... Yeah, that's the other thing, too, right? Like, I'm... 4 times a week, basically, for a few hours at a shot. Yeah, I am active on Twitter. But, like, a Discord would solve any kind of, oh, you know, Skype, Discord, Twitter, like, how do we do the thing? Twitter. I got the big key, by the way. I'd really love to find a big key that I could put on my key ring, because I'm a massive nerd, and I only do things if they associate somehow with video games. And that includes going to work, because you gotta go to work before you can purchase video games. That's the rule. I found the bow! I can shoot arrows until I run out. Now this game is kind to me because it doesn't take rupees to... it doesn't spend rupees to let me shoot arrows. That's a Zelda 1 thing, and they fucking did away with that nonsense. Yeah, I don't know what these things are, but I'm killing them. Shit. You fuck. Gotcha! Get off of that pot. Gotcha! What? Fuck, don't touch the anti-fairies. The free money room. So this game is, oh, thank you, that's awesome. Appreciate the support. This game is, like, crazy with giving away free money. All the time, the free money. Shit, I can never remember what one it is. Is it this one here? I got it completely, totally wrong! Ah! Thank you, that's super supportive, man, I really appreciate it. Kill you. See, that's why I like hitting them with the pots. You know what? Fuck it. There's like 4 buttons, but only one of them works. So they want you to explore this room and figure out what the secret button is. I'm gonna stand right here and not get hit by nothing. Yeah, I had a feeling that there might have been a marijuana's joke in there somewhere. You like the way I immediately identified the correct button? I didn't even fuck around in that room? Yeah, I know my way around buttons. What was I talking about? God, I was talking about this game and how cool it is, but I forget why. Oh, this is actually a problem with this game, alright? Ready? Problem the first. My biggest problem across the board with this game is the way they handle rupees. I feel like rupees are handled incredibly poorly in this game. Because, like... oh, shit, I didn't actually have to fire a third one. You want to be neither in a situation where you're hungry for rupees, nor do you want to be in a situation where you're fucking swimming in them and you have, like, you're completely financially secure. What you want to have is a situation where you get rupees basically regularly, but you don't need them for a whole lot other than, like, the incidental quest or, you know, side things that are fun, like optional things. This is something that I think that Ocarina of Time did incredibly well. Because you really don't need rupees very much at all, I don't think, in Ocarina. Because most of the quest-important shit that you need, you get, you know, through questing. You get the Zora tunic and the Goron tunic through the quest. You get the Hylian shield through a quest. And, like, you can choose to buy all these things. But, really, you don't have to farm rupees or hoard rupees or, like, anything like that. You don't need, like, it's fine. What you need the rupees for are the games that upgrade your quiver or your bomb bag or shit like that, right? Like the fun, like the optional side questy kind of fun things. That's what you need rupees for. In this game, there are several large rupee dumps that you need to be able to get past. Let's talk to this cat for a while. You are correct, young man. I am Sahasrara, I want to say. His name is Sahasrara, the village elder and a descendant of the 7 wise men. What? Barf, I'm surprised a young man like you is looking for the Sword of Evil's Bane. Not just anyone can use that sword. According to the tales handed down by the Hylia, only the hero who has destroyed 3 great evils and won the 3 pendants can wield the sword. I see you have acquired the MacGuffin of Courage. I will tell you about the legend behind it. 3 or 4 generations ago, an order of knights protected the royalty of the Hylia. These Knights of Hyrule were also guardians of the MacGuffin of Courage. Unfortunately, most of them were destroyed in the Great War against evil that took place when the 7 wise men created their seal. Among the descendants of the Knights of Hyrule, a hero must appear. I see. Barf, I believe you. Oh, I see. Barf, I believe you. You should get the remaining pendants and carry this with you as a treasure passed down by the families of the wise men. I want you to have it. Gives you the Pegasus shoes. This game introduced the Pegasus shoes, which allows me to dash like a motherfucker. Bam! Crashing into walls. Getting free money. So, right, like, here's the problem. You gotta spend 500 rupees on the... They call them the flippers. They should call them the fins, because that's... that's the best term. Yes, absolutely. Subscribe! Like, comment, and subscribe! Fuck. You have to spend a certain amount of rupees, probably not that much, on the game to win the Piece of Heart. You need to spend 110 rupees to get into, the first dungeon in the Dark World. Where am I going? I gotta go to the library. The Pubic Library. I'm deliberately mispronouncing it, by the way. I know it's pronounced library. Shit. So, what you need to do is either know where all the rupee caches are, in which case gaining all those rupees is trivial and not, you know, engaging, or you need to farm rupees because you don't know where all the rupee caches are, which is a fucking bore. Like, it's... the library! Neither one of those things is what you want to do. What you want to do is something in the middle, where you're getting rupees, and you occasionally buy things with them, and you spend them on optional stuff that you don't have to do for the store, like... You know, like, that's kind of what I was doing in Breath of the Wild. Like, I was short on rupees a bunch, but it was because I was trying to buy a house and fill it with shit, you know? I just... Which I never did, by the way. I didn't finish the house quest. Fuck. I found the Book of Medora! I can use it to read the ancient language of the Hylians. Keep streaming for a long time? I will do my very best. I got plenty of games to stream too, man. Like, I'm always concerned that I'm gonna run out of games. No, I never got my house. I own the house, I just didn't fill it with anything. It's an empty house. It's got nothing in it. I think it's got 1 fiery sword in it, and that's it. That's all I put in there. I'm always concerned that I'm gonna run out of games to play, and then I'm like, no. Probably not, no. Because I still have, like, 10 Mario games to play that I already own, plus all the ones that I could play that I don't own yet, but I could go buy. This is the 3rd Zelda game out of 19. Well, it's the 4th if you count Breath of the Wild, which I've already played. So I've got plenty of Zelda to play. I'm not short on Zelda games by any stretch of the imagination. Just gonna go ahead and casually get a piece of heart in this cave right here. Man, look, my inventory's starting to fill up, dog. Slowly getting there. You know what? What's your deal? Tell me secrets. Ah, it's the Book of Medora. With it, you can read the ancient language of the Hylian people. I already know that. The book told me. There's a piece of heart in here for no reason.
Hooray!
God, that makes me happy. That hooray button, man, I don't know what I would do without it. When I restart my computer, my soundboard doesn't automatically launch, and then I'll sometimes hit the hooray button and nothing will happen, and I will be sad. Then I turn the soundboard on, and everything's okay again. I should probably have more than one sound on the soundboard. That, I think, is probably important. Get out of here, desert monster. God, the desert monsters, man, I'm telling you. I'll kill you! Oh yeah, I think this is the first game that introduced the spin attack, too, didn't it? Very powerful attack. Kills creatures dead. Book of Medora. To open the way to go forward, make your wish here and it will be granted. Watch him, he'll do the sign of the cross. See that? Isn't that neat? He does the sign of the cross. That is a leftover little artifact from when this game had more Christian imagery. Religious imagery, maybe not necessarily Christian imagery, but religious imagery. For example, I think the Book of Medora was called the Bible. I believe the magic book from Zelda 1 was also called the Bible. If you recall, Link had a cross on his shield. Yes, they redid it, absolutely. In this game, they keep referring to Aghanim as a wizard. In the Japanese release, he was called a priest. The Sanctuary was a church. The title of the game was The Legend of Zelda Triforce of the Gods. They wanted this, like, they designed this game, released it in Japan, thought it was great. Then they released it in America, and they were like, you know what? We're not sure. We think perhaps we should kill the religious imagery in this game. Oh yeah, there's these tiles that I can talk to. I can push this button. Barf, it is I, Shahashrala. You must never fail to find all the treasures in each dungeon. I'll do my best, I guess. But yeah, that was part of the, regionalization is probably not the correct term, but the changes that they make when the game left the country, they wanted to focus away from any mention of gods or religions or things like that. I guess they felt that American audiences wouldn't respond well to it. Then they released The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, where the plot involves a creation myth and 3 golden goddesses. Like, there's religious imagery in it again. I guess they decided, fuck it. They can handle it, it's fine. But he still does the sign of the... Because instead of, like, I think the line is that he has to say a prayer to open the way forward, instead of making a wish to open the way forward. And he does the sign of the cross. Yeah, it's got pretty great graphics. It's pretty dope. That's what I really liked about the Nintendo, like, the Super Nintendo specifically. The Super Nintendo knew what it could do, and it did that. And it very rarely went too far, right? Like, I got the Power Glove, which was a toy for the... It was like a auxiliary, what do you call it? A peripheral controller for the original Nintendo. Power Glove. I can feel strength in both hands. I can pick up and carry stones now. Yes! Get WoW challenges in here, because I can pick him up and carry him around. His name is Stone. He calls himself Stone. What was I talking about? I was talking about the Power Glove for a second. Regionalization, video game, religion, something. I forget what I was talking about. Must not have been important. Video games are cool. Oh, graphics, right, okay. So, occasionally they would get it a little weird, right? Like, occasionally it would be, oh, shit! It's the Power Glove! There we go. Nice. Nailed it. Thank you for all the free health, by the way, game. You didn't have to do that for me. Take a game like Donkey Kong Country, Zelda 3, Super Mario World. Holy shit! Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island, which might be, graphically, the most perfect game that's ever been made. This console was capable of producing an incredibly pretty game. It was only when they decided they were really going to try to push the envelope with games like Star Fox. Is it the bottom one? Fuck yes, I'm good at this game. Get out of here, Tiles, I'm not afraid of you. It was only when they really tried to push the envelope that the game started to look a little bit, you know, jagged and unfinished. The NES pulled it off about as often as they fucked it up, but the SNES, basically across the board, almost always looked really nice. And even, like, when they did Star Fox, that shit was cutting fucking edge, dude. Is it the third one? Damn it, yes, fuck! I'm a rock and roll star. Is it the top right one? 3 for 3, tic-tac-toe, 3 in a row. Barney got shot by a G.I. Joe. Like that stutter step action, where I definitely didn't have to be careful, but I was careful anyway. Thank you, Heroes of the Storm, for the muscle memory. Appreciate it. Okay. Not long ago, I mentioned that I felt that the ice rod... I'm not understanding. Ice rod! Most powerful weapon! Two hits with the ice rod. What is Heroes of the Storm? It is Blizzard's MOBA game. 2 hits with the ice rod is enough to put this worm in its dirt nap forever thing. Ah, fuck, I missed. Get him! Ah, shit. Alright, I actually have to kill this one with my sword. It's gonna take a minute. 2 hits from the ice rod. Kills this fucker dead, dude. But my sword is not as powerful as ice rods. Keep fighting him. There we are. I think I... Ooh, excuse me. I think this is the MacGuffin of power. I'm not sure what, I'm wondering if he's asking if I've died in this game? I see the word die in there. I'm not sure. My goal of finding the 3 pendants is in sight. Go for the last one. You're fucking right, I will. God damn it. Shink. Get away! Get away! I don't like you! Oh, okay, alright, so check it out. I have the gloves. Alright. Crab money! Correct! Toad mucus! If I ever died in this game today, I will not be dying in this game for the duration of the playthrough. I am on record officially, this will be a zero-death game. Just like it was the last time I streamed it. By the way, I keep calling this Barf Plays Link to the Past. This isn't really Barf Plays Link to the Past. This is actually Barf Replays Link to the Past. I already have a full playthrough of this up on YouTube. I don't give a damn we're playing it over again. Because first of all, I'm a better streamer now. I have better tech. I'm actually not emulating it this time, which is something I'm really happy with. And frankly, I think I'm handsomer now. I'm gonna go out and fucking say it, dude. I think I look goddamn better than I did this time last year. My face isn't as fat. I don't have a round visage. And I want the world to know that I can beat this game fat or less fat. I can do it either way. Before and after photos? Fuck that. I do before and after videos. Hundreds of them. What do you guys say we go up to Zora's domain and buy some flippers? Do you think that sounds desirable? Yes. And I even have enough money. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Can we all stop to appreciate this woman's massive nose? Okay, we're on our way again. You can't get up here without the power glove. Just break these rocks. Don't give a damn. Keep on moving. Is that right? Does your grandmother have a large nose and frequently stir pots of things? Am I going to stream DuckTales again? Yes, I will be streaming DuckTales at... okay, so okay. I am scheduled to go live at 6 o'clock on... 6 o'clock Eastern Time on Wednesday. However, I haven't seen my work schedule yet, so that is tentative. That is, the thing I would like to do, but I'm not guaranteed to do that yet because I haven't seen my work schedule. But if I am off work Wednesday night, which I normally am, I will be streaming DuckTales on Wednesday. Everyone noticed that I just walked through a field of hostile Zoras, right? Everyone recognizes that the Zoras are still the bad guys 3 games in, right? King of the Zoras, and he's perfectly happy to see me. And he's got his eyes like this a little bit. What do you want, little man? You have something to ask me? I want the flippers. Fork over the fucking flippers. Wahaha, I don't just give flippers away for free, I sell them for 500 rupees a pair. What say you? Yes, pay 500 rupees. 1 pair of flippers coming up, I will give you a free bonus with your purchase. I will let you use the magic waterways of the sea folk, which link lakes and rivers. When you see a whirlpool dive into it, you never know where you'll surface. Wahaha. Oh, she knows. She watches the stream. She watches it on YouTube, actually. You bought Zora's flippers. With these, you should be able to swim even deep underwater. Why? Why are all of the Zoras hostile in this game except for the king? And also, what happened to make the Zoras hostile in these games but friendly in other games? Why did that occur? No one has been able to answer this to my satisfaction yet. I saw a question earlier that I completely ignored in favor of making funny voices about fishmen. Gotta ask, what did you think of Breath of the Wild? Tasia, I really enjoyed Breath of the Wild. I felt that it was a very faithful adaptation of the concepts behind the original Legend of Zelda, which was just fucking explore, dude. Go places, find things, be a having fun person. Don't follow a strict guideline of where to go and what to do, despite the fact that 2 video games ago, that's what I did when I played Zelda 1. What will I do? Throw an item. I will throw the shield, because the shield gets upgraded here. Come here, beautiful. Hello there, did you drop this? Yes. I like an honest person. I'll give you something better in return. This is a cultural reference. I can go horse tossing, yes! If you're reading this, work stream schedule... Yeah, no, she knows. She does her best. She actually does a fantastic job of trying to get me home on time for the stream. It's actually really cool. Your shield is improved. I can now defend myself against fireballs. Fuck yes! Okay, so what is happening here is actually a cool cultural reference. Mysterious Pond, won't you throw something in? Yes, I will throw an item. I will throw the boomerang. No horse tossing in any other Zelda games. Not that I'm aware of. Can't toss horses in other ones. Not that I'm aware of. Torch tossing? Maybe torch tossing. Drop this? Yes. Like an honest person, I'll give you something better in return. So the story, I think that this is an old Japanese fable, right? My boomerang is now faster and then travels farther. Chicken tossing. Yes, chicken tossing is what we do. That's what we're about on this fucking show, man. We toss chicken. Yeah, dodge them. How did I come upon my name? Bartholomew is John Candy's character from Spaceballs, which was a Mel Brooks parody comedy that was, I want to say it was released in the 80s. I want to say it was an 80s comedy. The CTR part is in reference to my World of Warcraft guild, of which I am an officer and department head. It was an 80s thank you very much for confirming my suspicion that it came out in the 80s. Just like I did! Yo, Barf, you seem to be in a heap of trouble, but this is all I can give you. Thank you, camping man! This is a magic bottle. You can store an item inside, then use it later. Possibly homeless man? I don't actually super duper know for sure. He's got kind of a nice tent. So I assume he's camping man, but he might be homeless man. I'm an awesome boss? I don't know. I feel like I actually don't do very much, honestly. I feel like there's a lot I could do more for the department. I just gotta figure out what that is. Oh, I was talking about something! Oh, what was I talking about? No horse tossing, reading rainbow, barf, barf, barf. Always when I'm eating. Secret waterway to go to the place to get the stuff. Oh, wait a minute. What's my heart count right now? I got 3/4. There are 2 more. Okay. Let me do a count quick. Let me do a count real quick. You get 3 hearts to start with, then you get a heart for the sanctuary, 3 more hearts for the dungeons, which means I need to find 3 hearts worth of shit, because I know I can start the Dark World with 10 hearts. So I found the first 4 heart pieces, where 3 of them were in Kakariko Village, and then I found 1 in the dam. Then I found 2 in the desert, and I found 1 in Zora's Domain. There's 1 just south of here. Okay, wait, so the first 4, and then I found 3 more, and there's 1 here. Okay. So then I gotta find... If I need to find 4 more after this, right? I know for sure where 3 of them are. Oh no, okay, I remember where they all are. Okay, we're good. We're good, we're good, we're good. There's 2 up on the mountain, there's 1 in the forest, and there's 1 on the pyramid. We're good. We'll be right back, because I noticed it's been a minute since we've done an edit break for the thingy. So we'll be right back with more Barf replays, The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past, in only 1 moment. Please stay tuned.